Puerto Rican carne frita. Let me show you how I do it. So whenever you go to any Latino, Caribbean restaurant, Puerto Rican restaurant, Dominican restaurant, they always have this appetizer called a picadera. It's basically a whole bunch of fried foods. My two most favorite parts of that are the chicharrón de pollo and carne frita. Carne frita are fried pork chunks. It's basically a pernil or a pork picnic shoulder. You can get a whole pernil and cut it yourself. I go to a meat store, and in the meat store, they have them already in little chunks. And I bring it home, I clean them, and I basically make them into much smaller pieces because I like my carne frita nice and small. I just feel like it helps it cook faster. I'm gonna marinate this the way I would marinate my pernil. I'm gonna put some Goya mojo, adobo, black pepper, oregano, onion powder, garlic powder, lots of garlic powder, paprika, and some sazon. Because I'm gonna roast these in the oven for a little while, I'm actually gonna add some sofrito to it also. I did leave a couple pieces of the skin in here so that way it can just cook all together, and who knows, maybe I'll get crazy and fry them too. You can let this marinate for a few hours. You can let it marinate for 24 hours, whatever your heart desires. I'm just gonna let it marinate for a little bit right here on my counter while my oven preheats, and then I'm gonna throw it in the oven because I don't have any patience. Not today, at least. I probably should have marinated it yesterday, but it's okay. I'm gonna put my carne frita on a baking sheet that I lined with aluminum foil and parchment paper just to keep it from sticking to the aluminum foil. Just put my little pieces of skin right on top of the meat. I also bought this container of garlic from the meat store. I'm gonna take these pieces of garlic and I'm just gonna scatter them. It's just gonna add some more flavor to the meat. I'm gonna cover it, and you know, if you've been here for a while, that I like to spray my aluminum foil just because I don't want it to stick to whatever I'm cooking, you know. I'm gonna stick this in the oven and I'll let you know how long it was in there when it's done. My pork is out of the oven. I had it in there for about 45 minutes. Now we're gonna get to frying. Look at the size of this red onion, and I got a big head, okay? Now we're gonna put our pork in here nice and slow. I'm also gonna throw some onions in. These are just some red onions that I sliced up. I have my stove a little bit above medium because it had some liquid in it from roasting in the oven. I didn't want it to like explode on me, you know? I'm gonna bump my temperature up just a little bit, and then we're just gonna let them cook until they're nice and browned up. Then I'm gonna take them out, throw the next batch in, and I'll show you what everything looks like when it's done. Look at how delicious that looks. Of course, I had to serve mine with some mayo ketchup and a few limes on the side. I did sprinkle mine with some salt when they came out because I tasted one and I felt like it did need a little bit of salt. This is why it's important with pork that you salt it well, because it kind of absorbs a lot of that salt, okay? So I sprinkled just a little bit of salt. I'm gonna squeeze a little bit of that lime, dip it in that mayo ketchup, of course. I feel like when you make things like this at home, you can make it to your liking and it can taste how you want it to taste. And this right here, I like to eat these little onions too. Sometimes I'll take a piece of carne and I'll put the onion on it and I'll dip them together, and more flavor. Anyway, there were so many things that got in the way of me making this video today, including my oven stopped working. Believe it or not, I have no idea how, but thank God we're a two-family house and I was able to go downstairs and do this in my mother's oven, because the devil is a liar and he can't steal my joy. I'm gonna go share this with my family and enjoy my night. Let me know if you try this, okay? I also left a little bit to the side, including those skins, because we're gonna pop these in the air fryer, and I'm gonna show you that we can do this in the air fryer too.